TR Sotheby's, International Realty's Advon Group, and I am here with Mark Renz, Renz Architecture Extraordinaire.
Well, maybe.
Yes, totally. And I learned some very cool things about you that I didn't know that you shared with our lead share group very recently.
Yeah.
You're kind of like a dynamo photographer too.
I do a bunch of stuff. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none.
I don't believe that for 1 second, because when I saw that photography, it like you capture light in this way that like, okay, I'm sitting behind like my, I almost said stupid Instagram wall.
No.
But the things that you do are phenomenal. Like, what got you into that?
Well, so it's interesting. I worked for a federal design build contractor. Okay. Which sounds as exciting as it is.
Yeah.
So government work is really not fun. They're big beige boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They do cool stuff in them, but you don't ever get to see the cool stuff they do in them because it's
they'd have to kill you.
Top secret. Yeah. So I got really bored of doing that kind of work, and I missed out on doing any kind of design, anything that was creative. So I decided to go back for a master's in photography, and then. While I was doing that, I wasn't sure where I was going to go with the photography, and it ended up going more towards fine art photography. So I don't do pictures of people, besides like my family, but I love taking pictures of horses, cows, longhorns. I do, as an architect, I do tons of, streetscapes and walking around and taking pictures of that stuff. I've always loved photography, and it helps me because I'm extremely visual. So I joke around this with my wife especially, but my memory's not great. But if I have a picture, I can remember tons of stuff around there, which I think is relatively common. But it is a way for me to help remember things and sort of encapsulate those little moments in time. And so I went back for a master's and then started doing that as kind of a side gig, and got my work in a few galleries, and I've been published on magazine covers and inside magazine stuff, and it's great. It's a ton of fun, but it's so much work for it that it's always a side gig.
One of the photos that you shared with us was, I think, it was either a ranch catalog or a cattle catalog.
Oh, yes.
But it was fantastic, and obviously I'm from Texas, so I might be a little bit biased being a Texpat, but I was fascinated by some of the light that you captured, and then they were fantastic. So
well, thanks.
I appreciate you sharing that and the passion that you have. So I can understand where that comes from, but it was beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was a fun one. I mean, you never realize how friendly longhorns are because they have these, 6-foot horns. You kind of get scared, but we drove around in a Jeep on the ranch, and they would just follow you, and kind of like a dog would jump up to the window. They do the same thing. Yeah. Except you have to worry about their horns hitting the car. And it was a rental. I was like, please don't ruin the car. But I appreciate that. It's fun stuff.
Well, how fun.
It really is.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to.